How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews back with hair on fire stuff in the form of Other Half Brewing. It is their triple broccoli special reserve. Yeah, this is part of their HDHC series, and it's just an Imperial India Pale Ale, 10%. So I guess this is their broccoli in an Imperial version with the HDHC thing going on. I don't know. It comes courtesy of my boy Keith. Let's see how this sucker goes. He reviewed this already. He already put it up on his channel. I have not watched it, but if you want to go check it out after mine, you should. Curious to see what he thinks about it. Other Half is one of the few breweries that I actually really enjoy their triple IPAs. They're bigger, kind of hazies. They typically do them quite well. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens here. Label-wise, it's what they do, and it's broccoli stuff floating around. So what do you want? Listen, I'm a sucker for gold on black every time, so I like it. That's dark, man. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I would be like, hey, that kind of looks crazy oxidized. But this can is like a week and a half old. And Keith don't mess around, so it's not oxidized. It's just a huge, gigantic beer. Let's put it that way. Or it could be. What do I know? Pinky finger, tight, compact head, just off-white. And just a rich, dense orange core to it. So, see if we can get a nose. It's not overly sweet, and that's nothing to get wowed about, because I don't think a lot of these huge, gigantic, triple, quadruple IPAs usually skew overly sweet. I think they end up finishing. The yeast gobbles up more residual sugar than you think, so they end up coming off not nearly as sweet, at least on a nose. But there's a big hop component here. No shit, Sherlock. Extra hops on top of a already hop-saturated kind of beer. It's melons. It's all melons for me. All the melons belong to us. So honeydew, a little bit of cantaloupe, even going in a little bit of fruit, like mango fruitiness kind of thing going on there. But nothing over the top here. I mean, hop green, that melon fruitiness, a little bit of sweetness. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay. That's a sweet beer. And this is a dropout all bitterness beer. I did not expect that, because I definitely got a green component on a nose. And really, it's just it's weird. Because I was going to be like, it's just straight up super sweet triple IPA. It's not super sweet, though. It's sweet. Don't get me wrong. But it's not super sweet. Because with the lack of bitterness in this beer, I got to take another sip on this. With the lack of bitterness in this beer, that's what makes it more sweet than anything else. It's not overtly sweet. It's not crazy sweet. It's just you don't have any of that bitterness to kind of balance off a little bit of that sweetness, so it just comes off sweet on sweet. I mean, it gets to the point where it's now candied versions of those fruits. That melon, that cantaloupe, that honeydew, even that mango. It's more of a candied, sweetened, sucker candy level of fruitiness in there. There's a light kind of echo of that green hoppiness floating around the edges, but it's really not bringing any bitterness to the game. It's got a really nice mouthfeel on it, especially for this higher ABV. It's got this nice, soft, sultry creaminess. It drinks like it's 6 and 7%. But I like it. Is it the best kind of triple IPA or quadruple IPA I've ever had? No, but it's better than most. And a lot of people don't do them well. But like I said at the get, Other Half typically, their big ABV game, as far as Hazies go, are typically quite nice. And this one's no different. I like it. Is it otherworldly? Why do I want to drink a whole can of this? Probably not. But I'm kind of pumped that I got to try it. Let's put it this way. I talk about these reviews. I talk about what I like. Haze Boys, Hop Thoughts, the ones that really kind of just live and die by the hazy, they love this beer. They love it. I know it. If I go on Untapped, it would be like people just freaking the fuck out, loving the shit out of this beer. So there's a huge market for this beer to be loved and coddled and cajoled. But for me, it's tasty. It's fun. I would never buy a 4-pack of this unless I'm buying a 4-pack that I'm going to give cans to friends and family. 1 can of this is more than enough for me. And, a couple of years I'll forget that I had it, and I'll check it out again and probably say the same thing. Hopefully that's the case if we ever get out of COVID. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better triple IPAs I've had as of late, without a doubt. But is it Mount Rushmore status? Just outside of that, to be perfectly honest with you. Value and availability, Other Half. anniversary triple crazy hop charge fucking IPA. I'm assuming this is $22 to $28 a 4-pack, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you're a haze boy or hop fat, then you're gonna love this. If you like big old hazies, it's a fun beer. It's a share beer. It's, split it between 3 people, have fun with it, move on to the next thing. And I don't mean that in a kind of pshaw kind of thing, like, it's just whatever, get away from it. But that's how it works for me. This is a beer for me that should be shared. So if you're into big old hazies, love hazies regardless, and like sharing hazies, you'll like this beer. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of, broccoli right now. And I mean the actual vegetable, because got to eat those veggies. And, we'll see you next time. Cheers.